I'm Mark Hince.
I'm Lisa Nabesy.
And with Andy Wack, we're community advocates for the Shore and Crompton Independents. The Shore and Crompton Independents were set up 6 months ago with a specific aim of helping people within our community. Over the past 6 months, we have met a wide range of people with a wide range of problems, helping them with issues relating to amenity supply, financial issues, housing issues, antisocial behaviour issues and general issues with the council and their services. Before we formed the Shore and Crompton Independents, people might remember I stood as an independent under the banner of Proud Woman Saddleworth, and I was very pleased to have Lisa support me with my campaign. However, having coming away from Proud Woman Saddleworth and focusing specifically on Shore and Crompton, I felt I needed more people to get involved at ground level. To be honest, it was a challenge, and Lisa came forward to stand with us. What made you change your mind, Lisa? Because it was...
Well, being a resident myself for 53 years in Shore, I've seen a massive decline within the state, the community, and I just thought, yeah, I can help.
Mm-hmm. I know you were quite unsure at first, weren't you, about the stresses and what you were taking on, like myself when I got involved in this, because one thing we're both not is politically motivated. It's not about wearing a rosette, it's not about singing a specific political tune. It's simply about just trying to get fair representation and an improvement to our community standards. So I was quite reluctant at first, obviously when you consider we've got private lives, family lives and private and other commitments such as jobs, and so you took up the challenge, Lisa, didn't you?
I did, yeah, and I'm not really a confident person, but speaking to the residents and what they need and they're not getting, and they've turned to our councillors, and it's like fell on deaf ears, should we say, that yeah, I'm happy to help.
For me, the big eye-opener was the realisation that there's no job description to be a councillor or to represent your community. It's not a prestige thing, it's a skills-based thing. And what we've learned as a team is, by coming together as a community and bringing relevant skills when they're needed, we can make positive difference. And we're supported, with 3 community advocates, but we're supported by a dedicated team who specialise in housing, legal services and various other aspects. Even ex-policemen give us their input. So we're all community based, and we've dealt with some real issues, haven't we, Lisa?
We have, yeah, and some of them have been quite upsetting to listen to what they're going through, and if we could help, and we have done.
I think it's about building relationships, isn't it? Because
they are lovely people that we've met along the way.
Absolutely, and these people, in a lot of instances we've found is, the raising grievances and complaints to the people they should be complaining about. That's the real irony. And I think where we've been key with the help of our team is we've been able to build relationships with with partners, with service providers. I think back to an issue we had with some residents in Shore who weren't getting effective water supply, and we dealt directly with United Utilities, didn't we? And where they'd been failed before, and we got that resolved. What's the biggest issues you've seen that we've come up against, Lisa?
Well, one of them was on Durden Mews, and we met the 85-year-old lady,
yeah.
Edith, which were quite upsetting, you know, to hear a story that she'd lived there, she'd lived an happy life, and, you know, the neighbour had been out there, and, you know, her weight had plummeted, and it was
heartbreaking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody should be entitled to an acceptable living environment. And, you know, what we say when we meet people is, I often say, you know, in a zoo you don't put the chickens with the lions, you know, and that's the concept. So one of the big achievements we made in the last 6 months was to get First Choice Homes to implement a sensitive letting policy where appropriate letting of their properties is applied. That's been carried through. We're dealing with other housing associations that we're trying to build relationships with, which is good. And I think it's the big thing, Lisa, it's just making sure people feel that they've got a voice and appreciated. And I feel that our current elected representatives fall short of that.
We've come across a lot of residents that have reached out to the council and councillors, and the problems have not been resolved.
It's professional bureaucracy we're coming up against all the time, aren't we? You know, it's letter writing, it's procedural, it's all these things, and I think the focus really should be from our elected representatives doing, not saying. And I think that's for us in particular, I think that's the way forward. A lot of the work we do remains private for sensitivity issues. However, it's not just individuals we act on behalf, it's also our community framework. So for instance, the illegal demolition of St Paul's Methodist Church, a Grade 2 listed site. Thanks to our efforts, current work on the site has been suspended because we reported breaches of planning permission. Although some councillors prefer to call us as mischief making, we are actually trying to preserve what's left of our town's heritage. Another new issue on the horizon is the ongoing saga of Sean Crompton's new health centre. Well, we welcome a new health centre and any investment in our town's infrastructure. We want to ensure that this isn't just a white elephant and is a fit for purpose health centre for all. Unfortunately, at a recent council meeting, our local Liberal Democrat councillors couldn't define what fit for purpose was. So we've asked for clarification on that. 2023 is a big year, not just for us, but for us as a community. The local elections in May are called the All-Outs, and that gives us a real opportunity to take ownership of our local affairs. In addition, the Shore and Crompton Parish Council seats will be up for election, and we are looking for independent individuals to stand with us to form a basis of a truly independent parish council, one that puts the needs of the community first and isn't just used as a political playground. So Lisa, we've got challenges ahead.
We have, yeah, it's going to be a big year next year, but we won't stop doing what we've been doing for the residents and the community of Shore and Crompton.
Over the next few weeks, we'll be developing our website, and it'll be an interactive website where people can get in touch more directly, but also by logging in, see updates on their particular problems and issues. We hope to expand that by the end of January with the help of some of our back office team. So Lisa, 2022?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. I'm glad I've joined up and, like, seeing what we've done for people and what we've achieved. has been phenomenal, to say it's only been a short period of time.
And like I say, I just want to reiterate, we're just in front of the camera. The people behind the camera take most of the credit, and these are people on our team who wish to remain anonymous, but wish to put a positive contribution for all within our community. And I think I'll be raising a glass this Christmas to them.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's been a positive 6 months,
Yeah, definitely.
but we're asking people to join with us and make 2023 better.
So from Sean Crompton Independence, we'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.